Hello, everyone. So I want to talk today about how to rewire your brain to make impactful decisions, even when you've completely forgotten even what you're doing. Okay. So have you ever stood in your kitchen and opened the fridge and completely forgotten why you're even there, or you walked out to the garage like I do almost every single day and think, what was I coming out here for? You made a decision to do something important, got distracted for 2 seconds, and then had absolutely no idea what you're going to do or you were doing, right? So I've had this happen, like I said, numerous times. And if you have ADHD or just a brain that moves faster than your ability to track it, this happens like 47 times a day. So today I want to talk about how to show you how to rewire your brain to make quick, impactful decisions and actually follow through on them without forgetting what you decided in the first place, okay? We're talking about creating neural pathways that actually work with your brain and not against it. So I'd like to dive in why this happens. So first, let's talk about why this happens, because understanding your brain is actually going to make everything easier. I've been reading a lot of books about the brain as of late, and it's actually helping me to understand myself and also understand my audience that I'm trying to speak to. Your brain has two systems for making decisions. System one is fast, automatic, and emotionally based, okay? System two is slow, logical, and deliberate. Most of the time, though, system one is running the show because it takes way less energy, okay? It takes just less energy to be emotional all of a sudden. But the problem is system one makes quick decisions. They don't store them in your working memory. That's the issue. So you decide to do something, system one fires off that decision, and then poof, gone, okay? But your working memory is like a Post-it note in a windstorm, if that makes any sense. Like, I mean, it just blows away on system one. Now, if you have ADHD, your working memory is even more challenged already. So it's not that you're forgetful or flaky, it's that your brain literally has a smaller holding space for information between that decision and the action. So we need to build systems that bridge that gap. We need to rewire how your brain captures decisions and converts them into fast before they disappear, okay? So the framework is the decision action bridge is what I call it. And this is how you get from I'm going to do this to actually doing it without losing the thread, okay? So you want to, step one is you want to externalize immediately. And so the second you make a decision, get it out of your brain. Say it aloud, text it to yourself, write it on your hand. I don't care. Put it on your phone. Just externalize it within 3 seconds of deciding. Why is this so important? Because your brain is terrible at holding on to things. But the world around you is great at it, right? So a note on your phone doesn't forget, but your brain does. Attach it to physical action is step two. So this is where the magic happens. Don't just write down, call the dentist. Stand up while you write it. So you want to move your body, snap your fingers, clap your hands, do something physical that pairs this with this decision. So why does this work? Because your brain remembers movement better than thoughts. I found this out recently and it's been a game changer. So when you attach a physical action to a decision, you actually create what's called a proprioceptive anchor. So I'm pronouncing it correctly. And your body remembers even when your mind forgets. So step three is going to be do it now or schedule immediately. You have two options. Do it right now in the next 2 minutes, or if you schedule exactly when you'll do it, no middle ground, no, I'll do it later. Later is where decisions go to die, okay? If you can't do it now, open your calendar or reminders right then and put it in with a specific time, not sometime Tuesday, it's got to be Tuesday at 2 p.m. And I always like to set reminders on my phone. Like I like to set 2 reminders. I actually put it in 2 calendars because I'm psycho like that nowadays. But just want to set those reminders like an hour before, 30 minutes before. So I would even do like 15, even 5 minutes before, the second one, because sometimes you forget even when you have that reminder. So step 4, create a visual cue. Put something in your environment that reminds you If you need to mail something, for example, put it on top of your shoes. If you need to make a call, put your phone on top of the thing related to that call. Make it impossible to miss it, right? So now we're going to talk about rewiring the pattern, okay? So the tactical stuff, but how do you rewire your brain so it becomes automatic? Neuroplasticity is very real. Your brain creates stronger pathways for the things you do repeatedly. I had a mentor that used to talk about what you focus on is what you get good at. So, and what you don't will die. This is so true. I mean, so we need to turn this decision action bridge into a habit loop. And here's how you do that. So it's called the 3-second rule. Every time you make a decision, any decision, you have 3 seconds to externalize it or take the first action step. So set a timer if you have to, train yourself. Decision happens, 3 seconds, externalize or act. Do this for 2 weeks. Your brain will start automatically externalizing decisions without you even thinking about it, okay? And then you're going to pair it with your existing habits. So we want to attach this new pattern to something you already do. Every time you finish a meeting, immediately write down your next action, okay? Every time you close your laptop, check your externalized list. Every time you drink water, review what you decided in the last hour. These are just some ideas. Habit stacking works because your brain already has established neural pathways. So you're just adding a car to the existing train, if this makes sense. Excuse me. Now, you want to celebrate your micro wins. This is very important. This is actually crucial. Every single time you make a decision and successfully follow through without forgetting, celebrate it. I mean, you can fist pump, say yes out loud, do a little dance. And I'm serious. Like I have a nervous habit where I snap my fingers and when I have these energy surges, I mean, and my husband's kind of used to it now, but dopamine reinforces neural pathways that when you celebrate, your brain releases dopamine and says, oh, we like that, right? Let's do it again. So you're literally rewiring your system to prioritize follow through. And section 4, we're going to talk about the impactful decision filter. Now, let's talk about making decisions that are actually impactful, not just quick. Because here's the thing, your brain will make 1,000 tiny decisions a day. And most of them don't really matter, to be honest. We need to train your brain to actually identify which decisions actually move the needle in your life, right? The 10-10-10 rule. When you're about to make a decision, ask yourself, will this matter in 10 minutes, 10 months, 10 years? If it only matters in 10 minutes, make it fast and move on. Don't agonize over it. If it matters in 10 months or 10 years, then you need to slow down. This is where you use system 2, okay, the system 2 thinking. And this is where you externalize, consider options, maybe even sleep on it. The framework helps your brain automatically sort decisions into quick and important categories. And so we want to look at the energy ROI question. You want to ask yourself, if I do this, will it give me more energy or will it take energy away from me? Okay, that's huge. Impactful decisions usually give you energy back. So even if you're hard in the moment, right? They move you towards something you actually care about. They create momentum. For an example, for me, for honestly several years, I went back and forth about getting not a housekeeper, but a person who cleaned my house, because I was instilled in me that, because my mother was always able to keep a perfect clean home and do 1,000 different things. But with me, with ADHD, it's just not possible. And so it took me a while to get over that guilt to make a decision to get somebody to clean my house every 3 weeks to just do a maintenance clean. But I'll tell you, doing that has given me back so much time, and it causes me not have to worry about setting time aside to clean the house, and I'm all anxious about it and I'm thinking about it. And so I'm able to put that out of my mind, and that actually saved me and gave me energy back, if that makes sense, and gave me time back too. So that's a good decision, that gives you your energy back, in my opinion, for me. So decisions that drain you without giving you anything back, those are the ones you say no to. So you delegate or you delay them. Trying to think of an example specifically for this, I would say Just going and getting fast food, fast food and being convenient and not, planning out cooking healthier meals can be something that actually takes your energy away, because we all know fast food is absolute trash and steals your energy and is a waste of money. And also you're almost like poisoning your body. So, I feel that's an example for that. So we want to go to the hell yes or no filter, I call this. If a decision doesn't make you literally say hell yes, I've learned at 46, then the answer is no. This is especially important for people pleasers, as I used to be, or anyone who struggles with boundaries, okay? And a lot of us ADHD people, we struggle with boundaries. We want to say yes to everything, and we obviously cannot accomplish what we think we can at the split second. So your brain needs to hear clear signals, like hell yes is a clear signal. Well, maybe, I guess, sort of, like, is not. Train your brain to recognize the difference and then make that quick decision, that quick impactful decision to not move forward. If the answer is that in your head. So, we want to put this all together. So let's bring this home with a real world example. So you're at work, your boss asks you if you can take on a new project. You're already pretty much slammed. Your brain immediately goes into decision mode. Now you say, your old pattern, right? You'd say, sure, are you sure? I'll take the new project on, because you don't want to disappoint anyone, right? Well, you forget completely about it until the deadline. And then of course you're trying to work on it the night before. Panic ensues because you don't feel like you're going to get done, right? We don't want to live like this anymore. So the new pattern would be, you pause for 3 seconds. You buy yourself some time. You ask yourself 10, 10, 10 question mark, right? Energy ROI, hell yes or no. Let's say it's a hell yes. Okay. Like, you are confident this project is something that you are very familiar with, whatever it is, like, in the project, and you feel confident you can actually accomplish it. You feel good about it. You're not coming in the dark. So you say yes. Immediately you pull out your phone, you add it to your calendar, and you have specific time blocks for how you're going to complete that project in blocks. Okay. Then you attach physical action. You stand up, you write it on a Post-it note and stick it on your monitor. Then you schedule a reminder for the day before it's due. You give yourself a mental fist bump, or, following through on the process. You can, if you want to cheer for yourself, jump around, and depends if you're on The Office or whatever, but you want to do something physical to reinforce that. So your brain just learned decision equals immediate action equals reward. Okay. And that's a neural pathway being built. You do this 50 times, it becomes automatic. You do it 500 times, it becomes literally who you are. Okay. So here's the truth. You cannot eliminate forgetting entirely, because your brain is human and we are not robots. And I honestly don't want to be a robot. No offense. I know a lot of people are going that route, but I want to stay human. Okay. But you can build systems that work with your brain instead of against it. Okay. So externalize immediately, attach physical actions, do it now, or schedule it specifically, right? And celebrate your wins. Your brain is incredibly adaptable. And this is what we need to remember and not get frustrated so easily. It wants to help you. You just have to show it the way, and you have to do repeatable actions. Okay. If this was helpful, let me know in the comments. And if you want more strategies for working with your ADHD brain instead of fighting it, subscribe, because I'm just getting started. I'm revamping everything this year. I'm going to create a new program. I'm kind of doing away with the program that I had. There's just so much more emotional regulation stuff that I want to add on to the program I'm developing right now. But you guys can pick up my hypnosis tracks. They're very powerful. They have NLP, cognitive behavioral therapy. They have binaural beats and conscious reprogramming in them. And they're only like 14 minutes long a piece. And I think the bundle's like $37 for all 3 of them, but they are super helpful and science backed. So I will drop those in the section below. Now, today, though, you guys go make a decision, externalize it for 3 seconds, and actually follow through. You've got this. Have an amazing new year, and I'll see you next time. Bye.